Yeah, so we're creating a tier list based on like SnD game modes, I guess, in certain game franchises. Alec, what's the list that we have going on right now?
So the list that we've chosen, and I feel like we forgot a couple, but we're just kind of rolling with this. We have Rainbow Six Siege, Fortnite, which they just released their SnD game mode like a month or two ago, I think.
Yep.
Call of Duty, we're doing overall for Call of Duty, not just Black Ops 6. Valorant, a game that we played a while ago called Rogue Company. We're doing CS2 and CSGO. And a game that we haven't really played for the Search and Destroy is the Finals. But we thought it was important to include this since it was a Search and Destroy game mode.
For sure.
So we got 8 games. 8 games to choose from.
All right, let's start with the bread and butter.
Bread and butter. Call of Duty.
Call of Duty.
What are you boys thinking?
In Call of Duty, I mean, a new game drops every year, so it's got to be, you know, like a whole community is based off the Search and Destroy game mode. Just the strategy and just the unpredictability that every single team's going to do against you is just, it's up there, man. I mean, I'd say S or A tier in my opinion.
Personally, I'd probably put it at S tier just because I feel like being good at, well, first of all, any of these games, being good at them is so satisfying just because it is a S&D type game mode. But Call of Duty obviously has my heart right now, and being good at that S&D really just makes me feel good. So
I feel like S&D is such a classic game. I forgot.
Oh yeah,
right.
The FW2s, then Modern Warfare 3, Black Ops 2. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Classics.
Dude, yeah, even speaking of like MW2, dude, like trick shot montages started solely based on S&D.
yeah,
Like,
right.
Oh my.
Yeah, I mean, just it's an OG. It's an OG. I mean, when you think of S&D, I think you can only think of like 2 games, and that's like Counter-Strike because it released, you know, right around the same time Call of Duty did, maybe a couple years after, and then Call of Duty.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Call of Duty for sure. I mean, fuck, dude. During COVID, that's all we were playing until like 6 in the morning. It's just Modern Warfare. What was it? 2020, 2025. We would just sit there and game chat. Oh my god, dude! There's so many clips of us just yelling at people in between rounds. And it was the funniest thing ever.
True that.
Aiden going nuts, screaming at people. It's a classic. During such a pitiful time too, man. It was beautiful.
Yeah, it carried us through those COVID times. Yeah.
So since we're on COD still, what was your guys' favorite Call of Duty Search and Destroy?
Ooh,
That's tough.
that is a tough one.
I think Black Ops 6 has a good rep. I think they have a good, especially like looking at it from a comp perspective, I like it a lot.
It's fair.
I was talking to you about it earlier, Zach. I think COD Call of Duty, or the comp for Call of Duty, has gotten a lot better. You were talking like Black Ops 3, Black Ops 4 with all the specialist abilities. I thought it was so goofy.
Yeah. The only thing that's the downside of this Black Ops 6 is really the maps. Just like the way that the maps play in Search and Destroy, sometimes it's kind of cheesy. Like you can just retake, or you can just take over A on like 3 different maps, and you can just hold it and you can win the rounds most of the time. Yeah, Vol, like Protocol, if you get 1 kill, you can get sight. Like, the best, dude.
It's so hard, bro.
It is. Black Ops 4, even though the specialists were cheesy, like,
I was gonna say the same thing, bro.
Yeah.
Black Ops 4.
Really?
yeah, just the pace of it and the map structures.
Yeah.
And like the gunfights were fun. Like you have the Maddox or you have the SOG or the ICR, and you're just, you're
And
battling.
snipers.
Oh yeah, and
snipers.
yeah, that's also a good fact. Yeah.
All right, moving on to my wheelhouse, Rainbow Six Siege. This is, oh man, this of all games, this is probably the one. I have the most hours in this game by far. Play it every single year. I probably log up 100 hours at least every single year. I just keep coming back. I'm an addict. I'm gonna be honest. I'm an addict for this game.
Addict.
I don't know. I'd probably put it, in my opinion, I'd put it in like B tier.
B tier? Really?
I was gonna say A. I mean, I haven't played it recently, but back when I was in high school, I played it a lot on console, and it was always filled with laughs with my boys. It was a good time, but
Yeah.
Replay, actually, if we're looking at it from like a good time vibe, like a good time wise, I would probably put it in A for sure. But like gameplay wise, I would put it in B. Towards the later years of it, I just got so sick of it. I got so sick of it. That game drove up my blood pressure by at least 40.
Understood there, dude.
Playing with people.
I mean, I learned SnD. Like, I played SnD before I played Rainbow with you guys, like freshman and sophomore year of high school. So like 9 years ago. But I learned SnD and how to like play your life and work as a team through Rainbow Six. Like that
100%.
game, it just changed my perspective from playing. And the meta changes that happened, you know, Operation Health is one of the biggest memes that will ever happen in any video game. And after that, like, I would have had an S tier. Like, if it stayed at that, like, peak, that was its absolute peak right before Operation Health. And then it dropped from there, in my opinion. But I would have to agree with A or B.
Put it in A for now. I think A is solid. That, oh my God, there are so many parts of it that I would just get so frustrated on it.
he was about to put his wheelhouse in B, chat.
For
Oh,
real.
dude. Hey man, it's a love-hate relationship, bro.
It's a
Like I said,
love-hate.
I'm an addict for that game. I hop on, we get a 5-stack going, and I just want to rip my controller in half. It's move on. Anyone else have anything else to say about Rainbow? My bread and butter, my unfaithful spouse.
Leave it there. I'm good with that.
Yeah, I'll go to
All right.
Fortnite. So I haven't played the first person mode. I've only watched
haven't either.
other people play it.
I have.
What you think?
I really liked it.
Really?
I was a really big fan of it. So since you guys haven't played it, I'll give you a quick rundown.
You load into the game, it's a 5v5, and every single character on your team chooses a different special ability. And it's not a special ability, I shouldn't have said that, it's an utility. So like one person would have a frag grenade, one person would have like a spotting grenade, a bubble shield, and I think there was like a mine that you could place, and then a fifth one that I never picked. But there was they all had like, it allowed for teams to gain like, or to make comps pretty easily. I never climbed in ranked, but I played a lot with like Aiden and Justin.
And I'm gonna be honest, the gunplay, phenomenal. If Fortnite had first person, I'm gonna say this, I'd probably still be playing it. If their battle royale was the first person, I'd play it.
Interesting. When I watched other people play it, it looked like a even crappier copy of Valorant. Like, people say that Valorant copied CS, and
They
then
did.
Fortnite copied Valorant. So it's like a third generation, even a fourth generation if you count the original CS, the CS2 to Valorant. Anyway, it looked easy. The maps looked all right. I mean, typical.
Hey, they were 3-lane maps.
Right.
That's I will say they were 3-lane.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I can't really give too much input. I just seeing it and the fact that I didn't have enough interest to play it, I'd put it like a B or C maybe. I don't think it's the worst one on this list for sure, but
With Fortnite having as many people as it had, like we were getting into lobbies, like even gold lobbies, we were getting into like matches where people weren't even shooting back at us. Like I was concerned for them. I thought they were robots. I never watched like a single gameplay of somebody playing in a high tier lobby or like a tournament, but
yeah.
replayability, I would give it like a C for the replayability. But overall, I thought it was a B. But that's my opinion.
Yeah,
Alright.
dude.
Let's stick it in B and then we'll compare when we get other ones.
Afterwards.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can stick it in B. Love it, Fortnite.
Rich's OG Fortnite.
OG
The
Fortnite.
build battles.
Couldn't hop on the no building medicine.
The skin in Fortnite's older than half the kids playing it right now, dude. That's all I'm gonna
Oh
say.
my god. On to Valorant. I think we've all played this a good amount. I mean, you guys have probably played it more than me, but
I think personally, another very much of a love-hate relationship on this game. I played this game consistently for probably a good year and a half, and yeah, I think I went through a couple mice and a couple headset playing this game, but the skins are fire. Fun
Skins
to
are
play
nice.
with your boys.
What was that skin that we always go for, Zach? What was that one called?
The Zed.
Zed.
Yeah,
Oh my
dude.
god.
The Zed.
The classic.
Yeah, the classic, dude.
Yeah,
Sorry,
yeah, I
no.
may or may not have that.
Dude, it's so sick. Plays the music through the frickin' gun.
Yeah, bro.
It was anti-tweak
I have the
technology.
Phantom.
Yeah, anti-tweak.
Down.
Anti-tweak.
Anti-tweak. I will say this is my input on it. Okay, this is the tweakiest game I've ever played in my life.
Yeah.
Like, whether it's the teammates or
100%.
I'm getting a walking headshot from the Vandal or any gun for that matter. Like, and I'm dying to that when I try to do the same and I die. I think it's one of the easier games that I've played in Search and Destroy, 100%, because I think it's kind of easy to read like what people are going to do. Obviously, it takes a while to get across the map if you're going to try to wrap the bomb. And it really does take, a good amount of people to take the sites most of the time. I think some of the maps are good. I think, their pool that they put in the ranked play is wishy-washy sometimes, but overall, I think it's a solid game. Like, it's definitely addicting. Like, you get on it and you're like, damn, I just want to keep going. And then you had that one match, you're like, how have I been playing this for so long? Like, this is insane. So I'd put it like maybe B tier right now.
Yeah, I was gonna say put a B tier.
I've played multiple death matches, TDMs, to where I just have e-couples in my chat talking to each other the entire time in game chat. And they're just on an E-date, and I'm like, guys, I'm trying to warm up. Please shut up.
Yeah, I think that's like one of the only games that you can find that in too, Double.
No, I have to find another game where that's happening.
Roblox. That definitely happens with Roblox.
Oh yeah.
I had my first wife on Roblox when I was 9.
Is that right?
Oh my god.
Congrats, Meg.
I'm just kidding. But speaking of communities, I think we go in the finals now because the community, like, I don't know. I feel like the community like kind of turned their back on the finals, like, and the game as a whole. I know Search and Destroy. It's not really. I mean, it's kind of. It's weird. It's like a whole money system type thing. But I feel like the people just got tired of the game super quickly. Like, it came out almost a year and a half ago.
Replayability wise, I feel like it suffered the most.
Mm-hmm.
I truly feel like the game suffered the most replayability wise. It didn't have like anything to go off of. It had great legs. It just couldn't walk. Just couldn't jog for very long. So
Yeah.
I'm thinking D. If you guys want C, I'm cool with either or, but I'm thinking D.
I really have no idea about this game, so it's whatever you guys think.
I'm down for D. I mean,
Nothing wrong with it. If you
Yeah.
enjoy it, I'm happy for you. But it was great when it came out. It was really fun. But I just think that it kind of fell off after a while. It didn't have
That's
much.
fair.
Oh my god, we should have put Shroud's game on here. Oh my.
Yeah.
Oh my god, we should have put Shroud's game on here.
it's terrible, isn't it?
No.
It's
my
bad,
God.
right?
I've heard really bad things about it, and I've heard even Shroud doesn't like it. So
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, it's probably a good thing it's off. I don't want to offend anybody who enjoys that game. We have to make a whole new tier for it.
We had to make an apology video afterwards. To all 20 people, I'm sorry. I didn't mean it.
The next game, like Rogue Company, I think it also fell off extremely hard. And it was free to play. Like the free to play third person, like, PvP, whatever you want to call it. Like, I think there's just a trend with them failing and not being able to like keep an audience base for, something of Fortnite or Valorant's stature even.
yeah, that's fair.
So, I mean, Rogue Company was fun. We played it, like 2-3 weeks back in 2020, something like that. And, I mean, we had fun on it.
It was fun. It was nothing to take serious, but I mean, if you're looking for a good time, that's definitely it.
Yeah, it was.
I did like their economy in that game. I like games that have economies for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
I think the economy factor. Remember when in Black Ops 4 when they added that shit?
I do. Yeah.
Even that was like something that Call of Duty's never seen, and it was a good switch up for the community, I think. Yeah, I just thought it was a good switch up from the games that we were playing at the time, you know, R6 and Call of Duty 19 at that time. So, yeah, I'd put it like C or D tier, honestly.
D tier.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's either that or D tier for Dr. Disrespect, but
Did he have a skin in that game or something?
I'm ready. Did
Wow.
2-time back-to-back champion.
Yeah, I think that game. Hold on, I think that game, like Z said, it was a good switch up, and just the pacing and like it was just different from, say, like a CS or you know, like the COD that was out, or I think Valorant was out then too, but it was just like a different pace. I think there was like sliding and stuff in it. It was cool.
Yeah.
I liked it.
The abilities were cool too. I remember that.
Yeah,
Abilities were fun.
it was a fun game.
Had good creativity.
For
Definitely.
sure.
I agree with C tier. I think you say that for sure.
Yeah.
Well, CSGO and CS2. I want to start with CSGO.
Alright.
I want to start with CSGO. I played this a lot. On my MacBook Air, I had like 350 hours on this game.
MacBook
I will
Air.
say, a lot of it was CSGO surfing, but a lot of it was playing ranked. I never got to the silver one. I even wrote a ticket to Steam support asking them why I haven't been placed in the rank yet. And I wrote them a long letter. I got a response. And they were just like, keep playing, buddy. And I did.
Playing, buddy.
And I did. And I got my
Go for it.
awarded silver one. I was proud of it.
Wow.
Did you use a trackpad on the Mac, or did you plug in
No.
a mouse?
No, I'm actually using the same mouse.
Oh well, okay.
I'm using the same mouse from when I played on that.
My brother loved this game. He played it all throughout high school. He got me onto it. You know, I wasn't kind of like a regular player on it, but it was a good switch up. And you know, I'm not good at mouse and key, and I refuse to learn it because it's insanely hard. But yeah, I mean, growing up a console kid, couldn't really play it on console, even though it did come out on Xbox briefly, I think, or something like that.
It did. It did. I don't think it did well, but it did.
Hey, people said the same thing about Valor, and it's driving on Xbox. So, anyway, I mean, it's got to be S tier, in my opinion.
Really?
Yeah, I mean,
That game, bro, that game has so much history. Like,
Yep.
just the esport in general is like, I feel like that was one of the first esports that popped off, man. Like, that was like the start of the whole esport community type thing.
yeah.
And like the skins, I mean, that's what got me into it, was the skins. I was gambling on that thing left and right. I mean, I think I came out like $3,000 in profit on that game. It was like, I didn't even know you could buy a video game skin that cost that much. It was crazy.
Yeah, I think it broke a lot of boundaries. Like you said, the skins, the gameplay itself, search and destroy. I mean, look how many games have tried to copy it and emulate it. That and Call of Duty, I think, are the two. You know, the father and mother of search and destroy and of like competitive gaming. I know League was out there, but that's a whole different like type of mode and type of game itself. So yeah, dude, I think it's S tier with Call of Duty because
Yeah,
it's an OG.
Yeah,
it's an OG.
that's crazy. That is crazy.
Well, what would you say?
Oh man, I was gonna put it in A. I was gonna put it in A tier.
For why? What's your reasoning?
Cheaters.
Oh,
That's
I mean,
fair,
if,
but,
if that's the case, then fucking Call of Duty's C or B tier.
yeah. I mean,
As of late, dude, I mean, I'm not gonna get into it, but damn, dude, I mean, anti-cheat on that game is terrible.
how about we do our thoughts on CS2, and then I'll come back and see. Cause
Yeah.
my question is, were you gonna put CS2 higher than CS?
No.
Yeah. Okay.
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
That's all I needed to know. Right there.
Absolutely
That's all I
not.
needed.
Right. I've heard other people's opinions on CS2 compared to CS:GO. I mean, it's a sibling game. I mean, I don't think the son can be better than the father in most cases. It has to take a special amount, right? Yeah. I mean, what's your guys' thoughts on that?
While CS2 did improve on what CSGO, like the smokes and all the different variety things that they put in there, all the different skins and stuff, I think the smoke play is cool. I think, like, you know, you hold out a grenade and you get a crosshair from lineups. I like that. I'm pretty sure that wasn't CSGO. I think that
later on, but sure.
Yeah, I think CS2 kind of took a step back in a couple of areas, like with the hit reg and just, I mean, even with CSGO, like CS2 with the cheaters and everything. Like, dude, Zach, we saw a cheater in our casual game earlier.
Yeah.
That's great.
He was b-hop scripting, wall hacking, aimbotting. He was doing it all.
Mm-hmm.
He was full blatant in a casual match.
Yeah, in
That's
casual.
foul. That's foul.
It's nuts.
Yeah, I mean, personally, the CS2, like you said, the hit reg is the main thing that stands out to me. Very big step down from the CSGO. But another thing that I like, I mean, being a skin connoisseur that I am, the skins in CS2 just look a lot better. Like the color, like the color they added, some of the new skins, the knives. I mean, it looks good, but I can't put it above the OG just because my experiences on it. And I don't really like the elo system they have. I'd rather have the full ranking system they had in CSGO. So
Fair enough. Yeah, I thought it was interesting that because I was playing it with Alec today. I was playing on controller, but I thought the Premiere, like, what was it called, like the Elite Pass or something like that, in order to be able to play Premiere, is an interesting step. I think it's funny, like the loopholes that all these companies are trying to do to, you know, mitigate cheaters, but they still can't. Like Valorant is the only one that I've seen, the only one with a good anti-cheat, and it takes a third-party software on PC, and it works. It really does work.
Yeah, I had a match get canceled on Valorant because somebody plugged in a Zim. So to be honest, now that we say that, I want to bump Valorant up to A after all that, because I agree, there's a lot of cheese in that game, but the anti-cheat, I truly feel like Valorant is the only game where everyone is at the same level. I truly believe that.
Okay. So, are we CS2's going A or B?
I can get away with A.
Yeah, I can give it A.
Sure.
I can give it an A. But
I still think it's better than Valorant, but
really,
yeah. Just because it's CS, bro. Like,
CS?
I will never put Valorant above any CS game.
Yeah. I can agree with that, and I also think CS is more difficult than Valorant. I'm okay with where Valorant's at because of that.
Yeah. Like the nade lineups and the smoke lineups on CS2 are so satisfying to hit. Or just on CS in general, it's so fun, dude.
I can live. I think Valorant is a almost an A tier, and the only reason I put it almost an A is because of the anti-cheat.
But I also think like Rainbow deserves to be up there is because of the difficulty. Like I think it's one of the most difficulty, like skill-based games in the entire genre of, you know, search and destroy. Yeah, and I think some of these games like Fortnite, I don't think it. I mean, it's never probably gonna have a pro scene for the first-person SnD mode, but yeah, I think even having Fortnite in B tier right now is kind of crazy.
Yeah,
would you put it lower?
I'll put it with C, but
I'd put it as C.
I haven't played it like, you know, like I have the other games.
That's true.
So
I just, oh man, two of the games with some of the strongest anti-cheats in B tier. Oh, I know we're not talking about anti-cheat. I know we're talking about replayability. I know we're talking about search and destroy and bombs being planted with diffuses.
yeah.
But oh man.
All right. I think Fortnite goes behind Valorant. Okay, I think that needs to happen, and I'm okay with keeping Fortnite in the B tier because I think the anti-cheat does have, you know, that replayability. I think that's obviously a huge factor in it because if the game has a lot of cheaters and doesn't have a good community behind it, it's gonna fail. And does Counter-Strike have better, like, does Call of Duty go behind Counter-Strike in the S tier, or do you think it's good where it's at?
Personally, I would put CS.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Or you said
I don't know.
behind? No, I think I'd low key put CS top game.
Top game, really?
Yeah.
I think.
Like I love COD. But
Yeah.
It's. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, I think that's tough because,
It is a tough one.
like I said, like the trick shotting that came out of Search and Destroy, obviously the MLG, which then turned into CWL, which then turned into CDL, Call of Duty. I mean, Search and Destroy, they say wins championships for Call of Duty. It's map 5, it's game 7, it's game 9, map 9. I mean, you're playing it 3 times in a best of 9, and I think that attests to how great and the replayability, as we've been speaking, and just the strategic plans that go into making that great. And I think it's carried Call of Duty for. I mean, that's the only game mode that has been in every single competitive like lineup for Call of Duty. Like, Hardpoint came in Black Ops 2. They took out Capture the Flag. They took out Domination. They put in, you know, a whole bunch of other modes, and that's the one that's sticked around. And there's a whole community that just plays SnD chels on MLG, on CMG. You know what I mean? Like, I'm fighting for Call of Duty in the top spot.
Yeah, no, you put it like that. I would keep it up there, bro. That's a good point. That's a good point.
And the pub lobbies, don't even get me started.
I was
MW2,
gonna say-
Black
I
Ops
was
2.
gonna say it's more enjoyable playing pubs on Call of Duty rather than queuing and on CS:GO or just a combat in CS:GO.
Yeah, I can agree.
Hopping on 66 with the boys, just like we said, 2019 COD, 6 in the morning, shitting on kids, yelling at them, telling them to be trash. Oh man.
No, I respect the lineup that we have here. I think
Yeah, I
that's
think it's a good fun.
yeah. I think if we forgot any games, I think leave a comment down below for sure. You know, we'll do an updated tier list if we have to, but I think this is a good one. I did hear about this rumor of new Rainbow Six Siege game coming out.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, I did see that too.
I hope it's true. I hope it comes out soon because I'm tired of playing this game and I have like 10,000 Rainbow Six coins that I still have to spend.
Yep, that would be sweet if it does drop. It definitely won't drop before that GTA 6,
Now,
but
who knows if GTA 6 even comes out this year?
true. Yeah, I'd like to at least dabble in the Rainbow, the new Rainbow when it comes out, for sure.
God, I can't wait to see how many people are pissed off with this. I feel like a lot of people are like, no, Valorant's the best, no, Fortnite. Looking at it from our perspective, that this is the best we're going to come up with, for sure.
100%.
For sure. Yeah, I like this. I like this list here.
The only one that's unfair is the finals, because technically we
Yeah, if you say Valorant's the best SnD game mode, you can
hit
have
that
that,
like
bro.
subscribe.
You can go talk to you can go talk to your e-girl. You commented that on this video. Like, I don't know, bro.
Go touch some grass.
Go touch some.
Smell some fresh air. Change your clothes. Take a shower.
Let me out from the e-girl.
You're just a neon game.
Oh shit.